Hello everyone, first you all please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Now let's start the story. This is horror story of Victor and Isabella. Their story name is The Strip Club of the Living Dead, a tale of survival and seduction. In the heart of a sprawling city, tucked away in a dimly lit alley, stood an establishment that defied both social norms and the natural order. The neon sign flickered intermittently, casting an airy glow on the rain-soaked pavement below. This was not just any strip club, this was the strip club of the living dead, where the allure of the flesh met the chill of the grave. The club had always been a place of mystery, drawing in patrons with its promise of forbidden pleasures. Its clientele was a mix of the curious, the desperate, and those with a taste for the macabre. The dancers, known for their ethereal beauty and otherworldly charm, moved with a grace that seemed almost supernatural. But what set this club apart was not its exotic performances or its hushed whispers of unspeakable acts. It was the fact that its performers were, quite literally, the living dead. It all began with a virus. A shadowy corporation, in its pursuit of eternal youth, had inadvertently unleashed a plague that reanimated the dead. The infection spread quickly, turning the city into a nightmarish landscape of shambling corpses and panicked survivors. Amid the chaos, a group of the infected found their way to the strip club, seeking shelter from the horrors outside. As the virus took hold, they transformed, becoming something more than human but less than alive. The club's owner, a shrewd businessman named Victor, saw an opportunity in this grotesque twist of fate. Rather than succumbing to despair, he rebranded his establishment, turning it into a sanctuary for the undead and a curiosity for the living. He employed the infected dancers, whose decaying bodies were preserved through a combination of ancient rituals and cutting-edge science, creating a unique blend of the sensual and the morbid. Among the dancers was Isabella, a former prime ballerina, whose life had been tragically cut short by the virus. Her once radiant beauty was now marred by the pallor of death, yet her movements retained a haunting elegance. She became the club's star attraction, mesmerizing audiences with her macabre, yet graceful performances. Her eyes, now a ghostly shade of grey, told a story of lost dreams and unfulfilled desires, drawing patrons into her world of sorrow and seduction. The patrons of the club were a diverse lot. Some were thrill seekers, look for a taste of the forbidden. Others were lonely souls, seeking solace in the embrace of the undead. There were even those who believed that the dancers held the key to immortality, hoping to uncover the secrets of the virus and escape the clutches of death. Each night, they filed into the club, their faces a mix of anticipation and dread, as the music began to play and the dancers took the stage. But beneath the surface of this morbid spectacle, a darker truth simmered. The virus was evolving, and with it, the dancers' hunger for life grew stronger. Victor, ever the opportunist, had been experimenting on his employees, hoping to find a way to control their cravings and harness their power. His experiments were a delicate balance of science and sorcery, blending ancient incantations with modern biotechnology. He sought to create a new breed of undead, one that could coexist with the living and serve his ambitions of wealth and power. Isabella, however, was different. She resisted the changes, clinging to the last vestiges of her humanity. Her heart, though no longer beating, still yearned for the life she had lost. She found herself at odds with Victor, whose ruthless pursuit of his goals threatened to destroy what little remained of her soul. As the virus continued to mutate, Isabella's control over her hunger weakened, and she feared that she would soon become a mindless predator, driven by an insatiable thirst for human flesh. One fateful night, the club was thrown into chaos when a group of survivors, desperate and armed to the teeth, stormed the establishment. They had heard rumors of the club and its undead performers and believed that it held the key to reversing the virus. Among them was Dr. Marcus Caldwell, a virologist who had been searching for a cure since the outbreak began. He had lost his family to the virus and was determined to save humanity from the same fate. The confrontation between the survivors and the undead was brutal and bloody. The dancers, driven by their instincts, fought with a ferocity that belied their decaying bodies. Isabella, torn between her loyalty to her fellow performers and her desire
to end the nightmare, found herself at a crossroads. As the battle raged around her, she saw an opportunity to change her fate. In the midst of the chaos, Dr. Caldwell managed to reach the club's laboratory, where Victor had been conducting his experiments. He discovered the extent of Victor's research and realized that the key to the virus lay in the delicate balance between life and death that the dancers embodied. With Isabella's help, he devised a plan to stabilize the virus, using her unique condition as a blueprint for a potential cure. The journey was far from over, but in the heart of the city, amid the neon lights and the shadows, a glimmer of hope flickered. The strip club, once a haven for the lost and the damned, had become a place of rebirth and renewal, where the living and the dead danced together in a delicate balance of survival and seduction.